What's up, guys? My name is Mike, also known as Country, and this is Vinny. He is also known as Little Country. And Vinny, this is our episode on patriotism, and he is very, very patriotic today. But he wanted to make sure he said hello before he goes and plays with whatever toy. He's yawning, so obviously he's bored. Plays with whatever toy or whatever he wants to get involved in. So this is our episode on patriotism. And we gave Country and Little Country the week off because jokes are funny, and there'll probably be a joke or two. Jokes are funny. But it is Independence Day, 4th of July weekend, 2020. And man, what a 2020 it has been. So I thought we would take a few minutes and actually have a conversation about the importance of Independence Day, especially in the year 2020. And again, not in character, no hat, no tobacco in my mouth, no cocktail in my hand. Just Mike, just Country, wanting to chat for a little bit. So Independence Day. There are a lot of national holidays where we celebrate patriotism. Labor Day, Memorial Day, Patriots Day, Independence Day, Columbus Day. The most important one to me, though, is Independence Day. And it signifies the day that our forefathers, the culmination of our forefathers getting together and saying, life can be different and life can be better. And so they fought for years and years and years to have a better life and to form this United States of America. In 1776, they pulled this all together, right? So we are, 44 years into it. And our nation has been through a lot in 240 plus years. We've been through a whole lot. We have been in a civil war that ravaged the American South. We have seen inequality that none of us ever felt would ever be justified. We've seen people abused for their beliefs. We've neglected our own. We have fought to maintain superiority while other countries, other people were held below our standards and below our thumb. And we fought pandemics, we fought wars. And in a year like 2020, it makes you wonder, why in the hell is it even worth it? Why is it worth it to go through all of this shit? And that's what it is, it's shit. When our country seems so bad. But in my opinion, in Mike's opinion, it only seems that way. We live in a country where you are free to be as unique as you want to be, and it's protected. Gay people are allowed to marry. Gay people are allowed to not be discriminated against. People with physical disabilities can't be discriminated against. People who are, below the poverty line become president of the United States. People who have the entire world throwing shit at them come out on top every single day. And it's because of our independence. It's because these really trendy dudes 240 plus years ago thought that we, their ancestors, deserved a life of freedom, a life where we weren't told how to behave. We weren't required to conform to anything. We could do whatever we wanted to do. And so as we approach the second half of 2020 with all this uncertainty, I personally have been drastically affected by this pandemic. The reason Cocktails with Country was formed was because I had plenty of time on my hands, because I'm one of the 30 plus million Americans who's not working right now. I'm one of the 30 plus million Americans who's wondering how they're going to pay their mortgage tomorrow. it doesn't seem like we should be celebrating anything, let alone our independence, because what has our independence brought us? We seem to be ostracizing ourselves from the rest of the planet right now because of the pandemic that nobody has any control over. We are allowing our citizens to kill each other and do it because of the color of their skins. And then we're encouraging our citizens to go out and live life and celebrate that independence. But now let's shut it all back down because here's the pandemic again. It's gotten back in our faces. And every night I wonder what happens tomorrow. Every night I wonder what happens a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Instead of looking forward to the future, a lot of us are dreading the future. We're dreading what could be coming. We're dreading what's down the road. And yet we're celebrating our independence. We're celebrating our freedom. But that freedom is terrifying right now. And those countries that are not free are just as terrified as we are. But that freedom is terrifying. That freedom that we fought so hard can cause people to get sick and die. If we go out into a store and we don't wear a mask and we're asymptomatic, we can give this terrible disease to someone with a compromised immune system, and they could die from it. Doesn't seem like a great way to celebrate independence, does it? So I can see how this year Independence Day feels different for a lot of us, including me. But I just want us to reflect on the fact that we still have that independence. We have the independence of being free thinkers, and no, we don't always agree, but at least we move forward. Inequality is very real in this world. Hatred is very real in this world. Shame is very real in this world. And they're especially real in the US. So, again, why celebrate independence? Because while inequality and fear are really the driving force in our lives right now, we know they won't always be. We will beat this pandemic. We will. It's in our nature. It's in our resolve. We will learn to treat our brothers as brothers. It's in our nature. It's in our resolve. Vinny will continue to jump up on the camera and smell Dad's back and lick his face. It's part of who we are. It's our culture. So, while I know Independence Day may not be great for all of us, I still want us to celebrate our independence. Celebrate our independence from tyranny and oppression. Not just from the tyranny and oppression that we broke free from in the 1770s, but the tyranny and oppression that we suffer from now, that we will break free from. Years ago, during the Civil Rights Movement, the phrase, "we shall overcome someday," was coined. And I think that we need to use that phrase now. We shall overcome someday. This too shall pass. So, from my family, me and Vinny, from Country and Little Country, from all the characters he's introduced us to, we wish you a very safe and pleasant 4th of July weekend. Happy Independence Day. Come back next week. Country's going to be there, and he's going to talk about the friends he's made. Until then, he and I and our families wish you an awesome day, an awesome week, and an awesome life.